Not everyone notices that there is more to a person than what just meets the eye. Everyone is completely different, whether it becomes physically, mentally, or emotionally. Everyone has a point in their life where that person has been either judged or stereotyped on how they look on the outside. I'm going to take the time to explain my Johari window because I'm the only person who knows who I am. I am me. Others perceive me differently from who I really am because they don't know all of me. I'm going to share with you guys things you may not know about me. The Johari window categorizes a person's self into 4 areas: the open area, the hidden area, the blind area, and the unknown area. To begin with, I'm going to share with you guys my open area of the Johari window. The first characteristic in my open area is that I wrestle. When I say wrestling, I'm not talking about the stuff you see on TV about the WWE and people flying off chairs and off ropes and things like that. It's more of the collegiate, high school, and Olympic style wrestling you see. I like wrestling because it's a sport I can personally can compete in, because when it comes to my vision. Also, wrestling is more or less a family or its own culture. Wrestling gives me the opportunity to help coach kids, whether it's from student athletes from my old high school or to young toddlers just starting out. The second characteristic in my open area is that I'm Puerto Rican. Even though I don't live in Puerto Rico, I take great pride in my culture and where my family is from. Even though I'm very light-skinned and don't typically come off the bat as a Hispanic, I enjoy my culture. A lot of people who know me already know where I'm from and that I'm very into wrestling and contributing to the sport. Yet, there are some things you would not know about me, which I tend to just don't say much at all, which is characterized under the hidden area. The hidden area shows things people wouldn't know about me. The first thing under my hidden area consists my passion for cars. I love cars, it doesn't matter where they're from and what make. Cars is something I don't really like to tell people because people have their own opinions and people have a lot of negative opinions about it. People think modding cars or customizing your own car is just a waste of money and no use at all. I personally believe a car can reflect on the person. The time and dedication the person has onto building their car shows who they are and their passion to what they like. And since I have a passion for it, I tend to do it, but I just like to keep it more reserved to myself. The second characteristic in my hidden area is my fear of heights. Nothing has more control over you than your brain. Ever since a very young age, I've always been afraid of heights. The fear of falling off something has always bothered me and never goes away to this day. Sometimes I suck it up just because I don't want to look like the kids that's afraid to go on a ride or just be stuck alone while everyone goes to a nice view up high or something like that. Next, these are things I tend to keep to myself, which I don't tell people. These are also known as the blind area. First, my blind area is I'm a very straightforward person. People say being straightforward is good, and it can be bad. I can understand this because sometimes people just want to know the facts of something instead of being around the bush or sugarcoating things. Yet, at the same time, being too blunt can hurt someone's feelings. Sometimes, just by being who I am, I tend to hurt people just because I say how I feel instead of actually thinking over it and how it might affect the person. Things happen, and sadly it has ended some friendships, or it's helped build some friendships, because people appreciate that I'm speaking the truth and not trying to fake something just to sound good. Second in my blind area is I'm very doubtful. I always doubt everything I do. I feel like I always have to do something right because I dislike having the feeling of failure and messing up. I've messed up so many times that I don't want to have that feeling of failure, especially at this time in my life. I just want to succeed. Third in my blind area is I'm a very talkative person. I may come off as very quiet and shy, but as soon as I get to know you, I like to converse. I enjoy good talks with people with either similar opinions or opposites. You just build off of it. While there are things that I know about myself and things that people don't know about me, there are still things in the future I don't know yet. The unknown area of my Johari window represents these things we don't know about my future. The first unknown area The first unknown area would be my major in college. My major is something I still don't know yet. All my friends are all planned out on what they want to do with their future and the colleges and things and areas that they're studying, and I find it worthwhile. It's not easy to pick something you will spend the next few years or more studying and being happy on pursuing the career that you choose. The next unknown area relates to my first would be if I am going to join the army. Even though joining the army is a huge decision to make, it still has numerous careers to choose from which might be beneficial to me. Even though it may seem like just an easy way to get out of college, there's still a lot of sacrifice I would have to make. For instance, moving away from all my family and friends in the city I've grown up in since I was little, to go be on my own someplace far, far away from my home. The Johari window has made me think about myself and gave me a clear understanding. I have discussed of how the Johari window and how it pertains to the visible and unnoticed characteristics about myself. The open area is what people already know about me. The hidden area, the things that I like to keep to myself. The blind area includes things that people think about me that I don't know. And finally, the unknown area is what I don't know about myself yet. Each part of this model defines who I am and gives others a clear understanding of who I am. And I'm going to finish this off with a quote by Richard Grant. The value of identity, of course, is that so often with it comes purpose.